Hello folks and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. We are here in Corkscrew Follies under our beginner parks and we have reached Haunted Harbor, which is the first one that we had to unlock. All the rest of these were unlocked from the beginning. Now the rest of these are things that we've unlocked. So let's take a look at Haunted Harbor. The local authority has agreed to sell nearby land cheaply to this small seaside park on the condition that certain rides are preserved. You have to have at least 1,200 guests in your park by the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. Alright, let's jump in. And this is the one from the title screen, which is super cool. I really dig this park overall, if I remember things correctly. Oh yeah, look, the ghost train, which we had some problems with before in one of the other parks in here. What you can see as it goes in and out of the buildings, it has little doors. It's super cool. I remember when I first started playing this and submitted to RCT Station, these were used as like hotel windows. I remember that very distinctly. It was super cool. All right, so let's take a look here. Ghost Train, what are the ratings? No, that has to cost more than 40 cents. I'm sorry, that's just $2 is more or not even fair for that ride. This bad boy, which is called Woodpecker, has, wow, no, we need to, this whole park needs some work as far as pricing goes. $6 seems much more fair for that one. Spiral Slide, 50 cents is totally fine with that. We're just going to rename that, and our carousel, that's going to be $1. And our Ferris wheel will also, 50 cents is fine for the Ferris wheel. And, oops, put a slash in there. And I don't think we can remove anything. All right, so we don't have a lot of land to work with, but if we go ahead and take a look here, you can see we can expand outwards quite a ways. I think the first thing we're going to spend some time doing here is repathing some of this stuff, because that's what I do. I don't like this area. I know it looks quote-unquote nice, but I don't like this general area here. I'd much rather have that area be ready for something else. And am I allowed to close this to construction? I can move this one. Okay, that's gonna help us out. So I'm gonna cancel out all that. I'll open that back up, but that will help us out because I like this pathway coming through here like that. We just need to rework it a little bit to be a little bit more of what we're looking for in this park, I think. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to path style so we can get them to match. And I'm also going to just remove all of this stuff. So we're going to get rid of all of this. This is the charm of the park disappearing at a rapid pace, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so we're just trying to remove some of the paths that we absolutely do not need. That means we're going to send some of these peeps out on a little bit of a wild goose chase, and that's okay. As long as they get to the end goal eventually where they're supposed to be, well, I don't really care all that much. Alright, so we have that. I'm going to remove this area here, because this is going to eventually go into that spot, but we need to rebuild the pathing on there first. So we're going to do something like that, which I know is pretty much what we just had, but it's slightly different. Just bear with me. So I'm going to close this one down. We'll do some basic construction here. Rotate that bad boy around. We're going to need to move this to go. I'm just going to put that over here for right now, I guess. And I didn't check on the pricing and all this stuff, so we need to make sure we're making our money on these as well. There we go, our fry stall. I also don't like how the fry stall and the drink stalls are separated, so food and drink should always be together. I don't know why they are not in this park, but we'll correct that soon enough as well. Alright, well, on pause. Now we should be able to go in and build the spiral slide where it was meant to be, which is right there. We'll use a yellow pathway for that part of it. We'll go right like that. And then this can go in there like so. Get rid of that stuff. And I like this pathway here, so we're going to remove all of this area. We'll remove some of this fencing as well so that we can expand this out. And we have a little work to do. I'm not going to lie here, but we'll be just fine. Just going to take a little time to maximize what we can do with this particular park. Alright, so this is going to get closed, and we're going to move it over here and open that up. We're going to close this guy, and we're going to move it over there as well. And then we're also going to put in, and I'm pausing this because this pathway is not connected to anything and I need to get it reconnected. But before we do that, I want to make sure we have all of this stuff kind of set where I would like it to be. All right. So that's all well and good there. All right, I like that. We're going to continue this up to there, I think. Because this ride, if we take a look here, is takes, what, 18 passengers, so 36 total. And the ride time is not very long. It's only 57 seconds. So it moves through everything pretty quick. So let's set some times on here that we need. So we're going to set that at 24, I think. And this one we'll set it like 22. And that should be able to open up. And then we should be able to roll through some people. Let's see here. So I'll unpause this. We'll move all of that out there. It gives us room to put in bathrooms, info kiosk, all that stuff. So we can get some of this base stuff kind of established. All right. And I don't see a bathroom over here super close, so we're going to have to put in a restroom as well. Which will be our second restroom. I'm not sure where the first one's at. Let's take a look at ride-wise what we have. Okay, nothing too big a deal, nothing too bad. Get rid of those. All right, and then we have this pathway back there. Okay, next thing we need to do. Now that I'm somewhat happy with that setup, although we need staff, don't we? I always way overhire staff, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Okay, now we have that. We can go in and reestablish this park to get it up to where it needs to be. And we're just going to quickly get some of that stuff put in. I'm cool with all of that. Actually, that should be reversed there and there. Okay. Over here. Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop. All right. And we'll figure out something to do with that area there. And let me turn off vegetation real fast. So we can get the last pieces of this put into place. And you can see that we are rather packed on this back pathway here. What I'm going to also do is take this back pathway and eventually here, I'm gonna pull it out this way. Have it go down to the beach level. And probably either connect it in with this area or just pull it, I think, like that. Yeah, I think that's going to make the most sense here. So something like that. There we go. Okay. I'm cool with that. That gives us at least a little bit more space to grow and to do things and to kind of figure some stuff out here. Throw in another info kiosk. Let's see. We have plenty of dark rides, or general rides, should I say. We are really lacking on the thrill ride area stuff, so let's get those into place with some maximum funding. Water rides, we have log flume, that's awesome. Capacity monster. And then we have some of our more basic rides over here that we can quite easily put into place. I want to put it there, but I can't. And then we'll open that one up. Get our red line and our path there. All right. We made some changes. I don't know if they've been all positive, or I don't know if they've all been negative, but we've definitely made some changes to this park in our short ownership of it. So let's take a look here. We'll put a crooked house. What can we buy? That's another big question. So we have this area over here and go in there. So we don't really have to conserve our flat land too much, and then we have construction rights over the pathing there. Okay. Okay. So let's, is this on maximum? Yeah, maximum funding. Okay, that's all fine and good and dandy. I think we could definitely put in our mouse tower if we'd like, which I think I do. Just gotta do some work to it real fast. Again, if you followed these videos at all, you know I adore mouse tower. It just needs to have a lift hill here, and I will say it every day because it took me a long time of playing this game to figure that one simple little trick out, and it really helps. Alright, so we have that. Get that going there. We're out of money already. Awesome. Let's see if we can do something like that, I guess. There we go. I'm happy with that. This is going to be, again, another $5 ride. No, not the name, the pricing. Go. And there's not even a place to really. This was a really cool coaster the first time I ever saw this. Twist on the drop was great. This little S-bend thing was cool, but having this really wicked twisted area was really fun when it first came out. I dig this little coaster. So we're gonna open it up here. I think it's a really good value. I'm glad you think so, because that means we can charge more. All right, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got all of that in place. We can put some more flat rides if we'd like. I may actually put a little, we have the rowboat area. I think we're gonna put that in place here. So we're just gonna get as much as we can fit. Which is that. And then this can just go all the way out there like that. Awesome. Okay. Get that there. Put on our little exit line to connect that up. And then we need to do that. Alright, that looks good. What do we have as our boat options? Swans. Yeah, we're going to do swans, especially because they up the capacity quite a bit. And then paint-wise, I need to change that to be white and this one to be the dark water. Is that the right color? Yeah, it works. There we go. Open that up. And I'm purposely leaving this area back here a little blank. Not because there's a lot of things I want to do with it, but eventually this, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Eventually what I want to have is this area owned, and then I can bring it back down and cut in here. So while this is up in the air right now, it doesn't have to be. It can come down and land next to those areas, and we can really easily go up and over this way too. So we'll get that figured out shortly, but we need to get some more rides here. Haunted House is actually a decent ride to get in here, so let's see, where can we put it that makes the most sense? It's gonna have to go down here, I think, or maybe just in there. Sure, we'll put it there. What does it matter? Alright, so we'll get that in place. That haunted house. Now we'll open that one up. Mainly because it seems like the flat rides have full lines. Like, everything has a full line for the most part. Even the twist has full line. The slide has a full line. Like, this park is getting lines for things. So might as well enjoy it while we can get that part. Put another bathroom here once we get some more money. And yeah, we have our people going out. Let's see if we can make it wait for a full load. So once they have their 4 people, they can head out, but they need to wait for at least a minute before that happens. We may throw another food court in over here, but again, we also have the ability to kind of build outwards a little bit. So I don't want to box ourselves in. I'm trying to keep everything more centralized so that we can eventually grow out of what we have right now. And how much is this making for us? It's making a good amount of money, but not enough. How about this bad boy? Yep, and you can see there's a steady flow of people coming into the park, which is exactly what we need to have happen right now, so that we can keep the rides moving along and doing our stuff here. Alright, so we have a thrill ride coming. Let's speed this up a little bit so we can see what we have coming our way. Hopefully it's something good. Don't be a pirate ship. That's all I... Don't be something dumb. It's going to be something dumb. I can almost guarantee it. Money-wise, what are we doing here? Making $7.70 a week. Okay. And when is this? Is this a year 3 park? Pirate ship. Of course it's a pirate ship. Yeah, it's a year 3. October year 3. 1,200 guests. I think we should be able to knock that out pretty easy. There we go. Gotta pop the balloons. And the only nice thing about a pirate ship is it can fit into really small areas. So we could definitely find a spot for it. Potentially back along this area where there's not a lot there right now. The only problem is, again, we can buy land to build out. So I also am not going to try to box myself into if we can't build there now. It's not an option. And I think while we have the time, let's go and reestablish this line because it's too long. Uh-oh. It's okay, Handyman 4. We'll help you. It's okay, Handyman 1. We got you. This is an absolutely unnecessarily long line for boat ride, but it's what it is right now, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so the eventual path will be somewhere back here, I think. And the reason why I'm building this out here now is that our pirate ship can go back there. So we can put our pirate ship over here, build those things out, paint these up. $2 seems fair for a quote-unquote thrill ride. Well, open that bad boy up. Get rid of that spot, because we're going to put some food spaces in here, I think. So, fry shop, drink station, cool. And then we're going to reestablish all of this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. It does its job. Probably throw a bathroom or something in here eventually, but not a big deal right now. And do I want to spend the time to go through and figure out the pathing to get all of that stuff done? I think I'm going to. I don't particularly want to, but I do want to give our park more places that we can send our peeps. Here we go. Okay. So now I can go in. Let's remove the vegetation. I don't want to spend more than I have to right now. We just don't have that much money. I'd like to spend that money on other things if we can for this park. And I'm going to take out a little loan to hopefully be able to tie all of this in together. And we still need to buy a couple more pieces of land. There we go. We have all of that. Another thing I need to do is get that. No, not that. There we go. All right. This is more for future expansion. It's not really something that we're designing for right now. But hopefully it can be used for what we need it to be sooner rather than later. All right, and then we can just throw lots of trash cans at this pathway set up here. And we're even going to put in some fencing, which is not something I do a lot of, but it seems reasonable here. I'm going to paint it a brownish color to match what we've done so far. There we go. That looks fine. Sure. More, it just gives us another loop. Again, I really like making loops. So we have a loop on the outside of the park. There's another loop over here, and then you can... in perfect world, I'd like to just connect this through there, but it's not going to happen right now. How long is the line for this? 6 minutes? Perfect. We're doing just fine. We're up to 615 guests, with more guests continually pouring in, which is what we want to see. We have another thrill ride coming our way June 6th, so we'll see what that brings us here. A swinging inverter ship, of course. I don't like those rides in this game, but whatever. Our Roller Coaster Tycoon seems to be intent on giving me things that I don't want right now, so we will deal, and it will be okay. What I'm also going to do here is what I really like to do on some of these longer paths where there's not a whole lot going on. Build food or other things that our peeps can kind of go to and enjoy. Alright, so we're going to do that. Put on another drink stall. Even though there's one not far away. I guess we can do it on this side if we want it. But again, when they're on a long walk like that, it just gives them a chance to buy something else that they wouldn't have maybe bought otherwise. And it keeps that happiness and overall park rating elevated, which is what we want. The nice thing is we didn't have to get any loans for any of that, so that's a big plus too. Alright, let's take a look here. We have this dead space in there. Maybe we'll just fill that with some flowers to kind of harken back to what this park was before I destroyed it. There we go. See, that looks so nice. We'll even put in some nice little foliage. Look at us. We're doing just a magical, masterful job of making this park look beautiful. Do we have jumping fountains at all? No, we don't have those. Those are always fun. Alright, and maybe we'll put in... There we go, see? This ride I'd like to reposition if we could. Will it let me? Yes, it will. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to put it over here, I think. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put it. The exit could be right there. The entrance will be over there. We'll reopen it. We're going to paint it a little bit. So these yellow supports. Red outside. And what do we think? That yellow is too much. Let's go with white. I think this one will look white as well. To bring back the yellow. Okay, that's fine. It's not my favorite color combination in the world, but it will work. And that gives us this whole area to develop more stuff. And then we want to get a swinging inverter ship somewhere in here. Maybe it will fit over there? I don't think so. So, like, yes, that technically fits. So maybe we'll just put it just for funsies. We'll just say, wait for a full load, wait for that, no minimum wait time. $2. Open that bad boy up. Uh-oh, our cash cow has broken down. This ride was bringing us $8,000 an hour. This guy's bringing us $5,000 an hour. But our cash cow is kaput right now, which is a problem for us. No, we got lots of throw over there. We gotta fix that. Okay. So, park is established. We just need, what, another 600 guests, 500 guests, somewhere in that range, and we'll be in good shape. You can see this food court is working well. This food court over here is working well, and if we remove vegetation, this one's not working so well, but there are some people starting to interact with it, which is what we want. So it's not super popular, but we do have people buying balloons. If you take a look at our balloon stuff, we've sold 9 of them. Okay. And this restroom's been used 21 times, so it's doing its thing. Alright. Let's go back here. We have another thrill ride coming our way, because that's all we have turned on right now. I would love to build a log flume, but this doesn't seem like a place that makes a lot of sense for that. I wish we could own some more of this, or at least have construction rights, because that would be a fun spot to build it, but we don't have it. Eventually I think a log flume is going to exist somewhere out here or somewhere back here, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with that one. It's going to be a little bit of a wait to get that figured out. Actually, that's supposed to be a trash can. My bad. Alright. So let's see what we have coming our way. Go-karts. Again, these are not rides that I want to have in this park right now. I need some capacity. I need some better stuff. So let's go over here. Maybe we can get that to fit in this area. So 25 they say is cheap. I don't consider that cheap. That seems a little steep to me for a single plot of land in this game, but what do I know? Alright. So we're going to take... How much can we take a loan out for? Up to 20? Yeah, okay. So we have some money to deal with here. Let's take it up to 10. We're just going to get this much. And our goal here is to build a log flume in that area for the amount of money that we have currently out on loans. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's see, I really just want... There we go, that's all I wanted to do. We have to get on-ride photo sections for this ride. So it's going to come out here. That should work. There we go. I guess having a longer station doesn't really matter for this ride, so we can do that. Maximum boat's 20. Fantastic. Just go. We just want people to get on this as quickly as possible. And we're going to be a stupid line here. With our goal of really just being to make sure that we have enough capacity to support 20 boats at any one time. Because, I mean, most of the lines are filled here. Like, it's not like, other than this guy, which people really just don't like these for the most part. Most of the rides have a decent line. So there's boat 1 going down, splash picture. We're going to get the price of that up here. And I think $4 is probably going to be just fine there. There we go. I do like that it has just the initial 2 up sections and then it's downhill the rest of the way. So the beginning part of the ride is probably really boring and then it's probably alright the rest of the way. It's not like a super exciting log flume ride, but it looks decent at least. So let's go in and at least add some supportage to make it look like this was designed to be this way. There we go. Okay, I'm cool with that. Come back in the station. What we got? 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So what is that? 130 divided by 20. I want to get close with my math here. Divided by 20 is going to be 6.5. Okay. So maximum wait time is going to be 6. Minimum wait time is going to be 4. Boom, ba-doom. And we'll open those bad boys up. And I know I haven't there. Okay, this still has that same issue. If you ever played the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, you'll know that every so often when you click the balloon, it wouldn't pop no matter what you did. It would just click off to the side. And I thought that every balloon I popped on or clicked on so far has popped. But that last one, it did a little shift, which has not happened so far in this one. So that's interesting. Alright, do I bring this over and down here so I have room for a ride? I think that makes more sense. So we'll do all of that, and hopefully that will make a little bit more sense. And then we can throw these guys on there. There's a 3 area there. If we bumped it back one more, we'd be golden with a ride that we can get in there. We just need the right one to put in there. Which none of these are. Virginia Reel might not be a bad ride for this park as well, but we don't have a lot of flat land to deal with anymore. And Texas Tubs is my go-to for the Virginia Reel. It's this one. Virginia Reel 1 is the same thing as... oh no, Texas Tubs is a little different. They're the same ride. One has theming, one doesn't. But you can see they take up essentially the same footprint. And if we go... let's take a look here. Texas Tubs is 5.4. This one's a little inflated right now, but it's 6.8. So it's even the inflation with a few rides and buildings around, it's not that much compared to what it would have been otherwise. So I'm okay with Mouse Towers is the one that we went with. But there are some options when you get in there. Launch free fall, that's what we want. So I can get that back in here without really any problems. So we'll just plop those down like so. We'll get 1, 2, 3. We'll put the exit right there, and then the entrance can go in this little area. That's the plan. We'll see how it works. I think it'll work all right. But we will, of course, find out and see how wrong I can be, because I've proven time and time again that I can be very, very wrong when it comes to these things. All right, so that's coming on August 3rd. We're almost there. But you can see we have boats moving out, and we have a line already formed. We have 51 people in line, and how many people are on the ride itself? 64 people on the ride. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to decrease both those minimum wait times and the maximum wait time. Just try to move those trains out of there, or logs out of there, and load this bad boy up with the maximum it can be. Which we just reached at 80 people, and then it unloads. That's fine. We can do that. This ride will make us, yeah, it's going to be massively profitable at $4 a person. Doing its thing. We'll be in great shape with that. We can almost pay back $2,000 over loan, but we have a ride that we're going to be building here in just a moment. Should be coming up in a day. I don't remember does the original game have dates, or does it just have years on there? I don't remember. There we go. Get that bad boy built in there. Entrance go there, exit there. I'm gonna paint that because I hate that color scheme. I don't know why that defaults that all of the time. Pause it and test it. Oh, see, it's going to crash. See how it says crashing? Just close it. Nothing happened. And then you can just go and change the speed and test it again. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, we'll lower that down just a touch. There we go. Okay. Let's just make it yellow and we'll call it like goldenrod or lightning rod or something like that. Probably not the best name for a ride when it's right there, but whatever. And yeah, that all looks good. Change that to yellow. And we can open that up and it will go. It'll take a little time, but it will go. I suppose we can even put some food back there. So this is only our second fruit icy stall. We'll put it back here. It's not in the way of anything. It's not out of the way. It's just kind of there. And hopefully we can get some people who want to buy stuff from it. We are having plenty of people walk up to it. Nobody's bought anything yet, but they have at least acknowledged that it's there. And that's better than nothing, I guess. So we're still working on some more thrill rides, which I think this park needs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rides that are essentially gentle rides. And then we have one thrill ride here, another one here. I'll call that a thrill ride. And then we have 2 coasters. So the balance is pretty decent. I like to usually have depends on obviously it depends on what you have as far as the breakdown here of the rides and all that, of what it provides you. Like we saw on other ones where it gives you basically nothing. You have to kind of just build what you have. But you can see we have access to a lot of gentle rides, access to very few thrill rides, especially when we started, and access to a few coasters, but we don't have any steel or anything like that. It's all kind of classic coasters. And I would bet the next ride that we get is a mine train coaster. I'd bet some good money on that if that was the next one. So we're gonna turn coasters back on here. But what I was saying was I like to have a general setup here where I have kind of ratios of more flat rides, and that's gentle rides and thrill rides compared to coasters. Not always the thing you do in parks. Sometimes you have the money and sometimes you have just the need for the capacity to go through and do something else. But I usually like to have it be roughly a 2-to-1 thing. So if I have, let's say 6 flat rides, that means I have 3 coasters at most. And that's usually more towards endgame, not right away in the park. So that's something I try to keep kind of in my brain when I'm playing. Is it necessary at all? No. It's just what I keep in my brain, and right or wrong, that's kind of what I do. I want to hire one more person because our last one had people mowing the grass. And you know what? I want the grass mowed in this park. Decided that for now. So this guy's walking around, just mow the grass, my dude. What are you doing? There you go. You have to find the perfect piece of grass to start off with. I respect it. I understand it. And what's the line like this for? 4 minutes. That's great. Oh, look at the profit this thing's making us now. So it wasn't calculating it when it was full before. But also, on-ride photos really do account for a lot of money. We take a look. We've sold 194. This ride has been open for not a lot of time. And when we have that bringing in $3 a pop, that adds up pretty quick, especially in an hourly rate basis. So yeah, we're moving along here. We are making nice money. This ride is it's gonna kill it for us with profit. Got a motion simulator, which in a perfect world I probably could have put somewhere in there and moved these guys over there, but we can still get it somewhere down here pretty easily and pretty tight in with stuff without being too big a deal. We also have this back path that we haven't explored at all yet, that we're eventually going to want to put stuff in. But I'm still trying to get the low-hanging fruit and address some of the easy parts of this park before we go any more. Maybe I'll buy those and we can put our motion simulator back there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So I can put it here, the X can go there, and we got this little wraparound, and then we'll put that works. Because I want to try to keep bodies moving to each different area. Like, so this area just got 2 new rides. This area hasn't seen anything in just a little bit. This area I'm not worried about because no matter what we do, essentially, our biggest, most exciting ride is right there, so it's always going to draw people over there, and I'm fine with that. We haven't looked at our guest thoughts at all. Alright, so most people are pretty happy, other than the need to go to the bathroom. That one was, oh, lightning rod's a really good value. I'm sure it is. We're going to charge more here soon, but I'll hold off on that for just a little bit. We're still making really nice money on it, but yeah, it could probably make a little bit more, but I'm not going to do that for right now. And hopefully we'll get our motion simulator September 2nd. Okay. So we're already at almost 900 guests. We still have a few people coming in here, but we are going to have a bigger ride pop in soon. The nice thing right now is that money is just flying in. Being able to build this thing that just makes hordes of cash is beautiful for us. Alright, so we're going to get this bad boy put in there. Entrance there, exit there. Motion simulator number uno. Boop, boop, doop. And boop, boop, boop. $3 sounds fair. We'll put on Avenging Aviators. We are going to wait for a full load. We'll just deal with maximum wait time. We'll open that bad boy up and get rolling with the next ride that we have here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then that one with trash cans. Cool. Alright, and we have just a nice little ride there. We still have space for another flat ride here, another flat ride here. And we have another little area back here as well that we don't have to worry about. And then we're probably going to have to start spending some money. Another coaster back in here would be very nice, that we can take advantage of this area. So maybe have the station area be here, and then lift hill, do some dipsy-doos and all that stuff. But we'll see what what kind of cash we have available to us, and also what type of ride research we have available to us. But regardless, I think I'm going to start buying up some of that land. We know we're going to build there, so might as well. Seems like a natural spot to start moving towards, so we'll spend the money and hopefully be able to expand there shortly. One thing I do love about this game is that if you don't own the grass doesn't grow. The grass only grows in this game when you own it. It's kind of like real life. If you ever have to mow the grass, you know your grass always seems to grow faster than everybody else's grass in the neighborhood. Alright, so we should be able to fit a nice little ride in there. Have the lift hill come up, do its thing, and then probably like from here, I'm just trying to box out where I want to build eventually here. We're going to run out of money to do so very soon. There it is. We still bought all of that without having to use up any cash, which is kind of awesome. So we're going to go in here and just put in turbo speed. Yep, we're out of money. What we got coming our way? A roller coaster. Again, I'm putting money on it being a mine train coaster. That's where my thoughts are at right now. But that's an okay ride for this. Oh, I messed up my spot. I don't know if any of you who watch this are like me, but like that severely bothers me. So I have to go back, and there's no way to sell land. So it means I have to buy a whole nother strip of stuff here. Alright, now I can slow the game back down. You can take a look and see what's going on. We got a reverser roller coaster. Oof. Okay. So, not my favorite style of coaster at all in this game. Let's take a look at it, because we have it. But this park seems like it's going to stick with more classic stuff. But the reverser one here, it's 6-car trains, and there's no brakes or anything like that. If I were to go in here and build something, take a look. Though there are brakes, but there's nothing else. So maybe we can get away with something on there. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. So so that's coming from the highest point there. So we need to turn before that happens. See, our problem right now is that we need to have thinking out loud is hard to do. Alright, so if I do that, can't do it all the way there. There we go. Let's look through the vegetation real fast. So we have that. So we can have it kind of come down and do some of this stuff. It's not going to be a very expensive coaster, but I don't know if it's going to be super exciting either. So then you throw it into one of these reverser spots. And now your people are going backwards. The other, oh, that's the problem with this one. They're not attached to the track at all. So like we're going to do this. If we just made it up and then came down, the thing's going to crash. So you have to kind of be careful with how you design this one, because there's no curved track. There's no way to get this to perform necessarily the way you might want it to. And I'm not going to turn on the little coaster icon thing for this particular part of this. Alright, so I went through that. I'm going to have it go down. This is where it's going to dive into the mountain, it looks like. We'll have it just swoop by all of this stuff. Let's save 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna dive. Oh, we have to make that swoop a little less extreme. Smaller swoop, smaller swoop. Then we can dive down. I don't know how much time we're wasting here because we may just not have enough trains to, yeah, say we need to have more space for trains to get in here. So that means we need to buy more land. God help us. For a ride style I don't really even like or care about. Come on. Come on. Let us have one more. There we go. Okay. That's as big as we're going with this one. So we're already up to 5 cars. Let's take out a little bit of money. 7 cars, that should be fine. Nope, not naming it. We're constructing it still. So how far off is that? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Nope, not a bend. Throw another reverser on there. Oh, I'm off by 1. My bad. Alright, let me just make sure everything goes straight. Nope, I'm still off. Okay, there we go. And then we can throw it into some brakes here. Alright, let's go ahead and test it and see what it brings us. I'm very concerned. Oh, let me close this real. We need to speed that chain lift up. We're going to leave if another train enters the station. And we'll see what's going on with this one. Oh, joy, and we get some rain. But at least we have, again, that's why I like to have some stuff built up, because we can at least get people going through the rides. It's not like Parkitect where they decide to leave even if they don't like it. Alright, so we have the double lift hill, which again, I'm not a huge fan of, but necessity for what we have in this park so far. Got a classic mini coaster, decent ride. Okay, so whoop, do that. Now we're getting ready to pause to make sure it doesn't crash. There we go. Alright, and it's downhill the rest of the way, I believe. I love how it doesn't matter at all how fast they go through there. At least I don't remember it doing that. So we'll see what's going on there. It looks like the 10 seconds is about right. Oh, and we got a high. Okay. Okay. Look at us. All right. So we're going to... Maximum wait time is going to be 11 seconds. Minimum there. We will wait for a full load. And then we just need to get the pathing set up. So we got that one. And we'll add on all of this stuff. And that should be fine. We're just going to call it reverser. And it's going to be a $5 ride. And we should be able to open that bad boy up as the rain slowly comes to an end here. And this area would have been a good spot. Oh no, we still have another spot for a flat ride in there? Beautiful. Alright, cool. So our first guests are now coming towards this thing. Hopefully we don't kill anybody by... usually when you have people, it increases the speed just a little bit. And hopefully it doesn't hurt anybody here. But we need to start getting some people into this park. So we're going to do an advertising campaign. And we're going to put it on our newest one, which is reverser, right? We'll take out some money again. So that's going to be just fine. We need to rename that. I forgot to take away the 1. All right, and our very first car with people on it happens to actually be car 1. So there it goes. Again, I have it ready to pause, just in case. Yeah, see, that was 18 before. I'm a little more concerned on this one. Okay. I'm going to go back to this guy now because it's more full. Okay, we should be all right now. Get all these balloons I get to pop. Alright, we have that. Hopefully we'll be able to just roll through some people on this one. We'll see. This is not going to be a high capacity ride. 2 people's not bad, but it's not super high capacity. Alright, hopefully we're going to see an increase in the number of people. It looks like, yes, we are getting that. How about you? What did you have? You had a great time because you only have 20 cents left. This guy, you don't buy a balloon if you're not having a good time with $1.80 left. There we go. But that's one of the things I find that keeps my park kind of back for a while is just using up all their money. Sorry, not sorry. But it's just one of those things I gotta keep in mind sometimes when I'm building parks is to, as we get closer to the end game, kind of dial it back a little bit as far as the funding goes. Alright, but that should also, like, you get like this dueling kind of setup there. I like that. Yeah, I know you've already got an alright photo. We've sold 556 of those things. Beautiful. And I think I want to pull that part up there, and then we'll go in and put some of the matching stuff around just so it looks a little better. Alright. Let's see what's coming our way next. The bobsled coaster. I would have put money on something like that, although my money's still out on the mine train. I can't believe that wasn't the first one that they gave us, but that's cool. Can deal. Let's speed up a little bit here. You see we have a lot of people leaving. They're going faster, which usually means they're excited, like this guy. Oh, he's not excited at all. What's the matter? You have an intensity of more than 4, nausea of none. That makes no sense to me. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's go in and add on some of the rides that we don't currently have. Thrill ride wise, we don't have the go-karts. We could add a dumb little go-kart track, but I don't want to do that yet. And back over here we have the haunted, or excuse me, what is this ride called? The Crooked House. That's what it's called. Alright. So we'll put a Crooked House in. 50 cents seems excessive for the ride, but that's okay. We do need to charge at least a little bit here. And we'll open that up. This one is dumb because it only contains 5 people at a time. It's like a walking house tour thing. I've been on rides like this, and they actually are pretty cool. But I was in one where like you sat in a thing and the whole room spun. Like they turn the lights off, it would spin, and then you turn it back on, and you'd be upside down essentially. It was fun, but probably not the most fun ride in the world otherwise. And that was when I was much younger than I am currently. So I liked it when I was a kid, but yeah, probably wouldn't enjoy it as much anymore. My mom hated it. My mom was ready to get violently. There it was. It skipped again. But on that, yeah, there it was again. She got violently ill on that because she couldn't. Her brain just did not connect with that idea at all. We thought it was hilarious, my family and I, but my mom did not. All right, let's see if we can get a little helicopter ride in here. Maybe have it go around this area. I don't know. We'll find something out that we can do with it. So, I guess we're gonna have to raise it up. That's gonna be my assumption here. We're gonna have to have this as a raised spot. There we go. I don't know where exactly we're gonna go with this. It doesn't look like we're going back there anymore, so let's scrap that plan. Go this way. There we go. I'm also trying to mix in some rides that I don't typically like building. I don't really enjoy building this ride. It's cool to watch, make it loop through and make it, if you were in a park, what it would look like and how to make it kind of quote-unquote fun. But it's not like a ride style I enjoy building. It's very simple. There's not a lot you can do with it. But I build it. Alright, that sounds good. Mini helicopters. We're gonna just charge $1 for it. 10 minutes sounds good. Wait for a full load. Don't know what that is. Open it up. And we'll see what happens. Because we don't have any ratings on it right now. Maximum wait time of 20 seconds sounds fair. There we go. They're leaving. Whee! Oh, we almost got them synchronized. That would be cool if we could do that, but that was not the case. We're over 1,000 guests finally, which is nice. What do we have coming our way here? Another roller coaster. Okay, I'm going to turn off roller coasters for a bit because they're giving us the ones I don't want. I really want a steel coaster or something that has capacity. These almost look like they're floating over nothing with the color of the track there. Yeah, we're getting, there's a line. That's all we need. It's going to move pretty quick, and then it's going to be done for a little bit. But this isn't a real complicated ride. They'll slow down big time on this hill. Oh no, they kept it consistent. Yeah, see, they say they're powered helicopter-shaped ones, but they're not powered. They're powered by the rider. So it's not a powered ride at all. As far as what we would, if you tell me I'm going on a powered amusement park ride, I don't think I'm the one providing the power. Somebody else is providing the power, mainly electricity, but that's not the case for this particular ride area here. So let's see how long. We have 14 of those. It actually took 1 minute and 50 2 seconds. So let's do the math. So that's 112 divided by 14 is 8 seconds on the nose. So our maximum wait time is going to be 8 seconds, and our minimum wait time is going to be 8 seconds. And that should get everything there and out on time. These are all going to jam up a little bit just because we got to get the proper spacing. These are all too close. We still have people coming to the park. These guys are all happy. $1.50 left. $2.22. Just gotta go on a couple more rides. 40 cents. I don't think you can do anything. Right, this is the longest rainstorm ever, by the way. My goodness. But if you notice, we're back at our original loan amount. So we've built all this for essentially nothing as far as money out of our pocket. And now we just need to get this rain gone because it's killing our income. Mouse Tower is the only ride that still has a little bit of time left in it. Now we should be able to fill back up here. Mine Train Coaster. I knew it was going to be on there, but we finally got a Mine Train Coaster right there. Classic Mini Coaster could be fun, but all of these are going to be relatively expensive because we have to buy land to build more coasters. So I think a Mine Train Coaster is the most likely next choice for me. I actually would have really much rather had that in this area, but this one's doing good. If we take a look here, it's making $7,000–8,000 an hour, and that was with the rain, so it should come up. It's actually better coaster or better money than Mouse Tower, so it's more expensive, but you get the idea. And let's go through and do a little advertising campaign for the park itself. $2,100, we have that, so we can do that. And let's speed the game up a little bit and just see what we're going to get next round here. I know you don't have to guess what you're giving me. You're giving me a thrill ride. What thrill ride are you going to give us is the question here. While we're waiting on that, let's take a look at the income. Per hour sorted, log flume is number 1, woodpecker number 2, reverser and woodpecker are neck and neck. That's shocking. Alright, let's see what else we have. We're down to a 3D cinema. That's going to be yeah, I'm down for that ride. I'm totally down to get that ride in there. So we need this spot right here lowered, and it should be able to fit right in there. We'll get the exit, and the entrance can go through that area. That should work perfect. I think that'll look really nice in this park too. Alright, speed the game back up just a touch. It's coming on the 27th. It's currently the 22nd, so let's speed it up even more. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me my coaster. Or give me my... There we go. Alright, so we have that. And I think... What color? Icy blue, and just regular blue, all white. I can dig that. All right, and we're gonna go with Space Raiders. We'll open that up, and that should be nice. And we still have more thrill rides available to us. And we've officially paid our loan all the way off as well. We're almost at 1,200 guests, but we are continuing to lose people because they are running out of cash. We'll take a look here. 41 people are saying they're running out of cash. It's the #1 most common said thing in our park. I mean, that's going to happen as we build better and more expensive rides. It's going to go down. But our overall trend has been up here. And what the nice thing is, all this money is ours at this point. We have all of the cash. We don't have to borrow any more money for this part of the park. So let's go in and buy up some land. And this is awesome. We haven't actually we started around $2,000 when we were buying the land, and we're staying around there now. Alright, let's see what else we have out this whole area here. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to normal speed. And we're going to have to buy just a little bit more. And I'll explain why in a moment. So I have a chance to buy the last piece of the land that I wanted. Okay. So the idea here is that I'm going to flatten this area out here. So we'll boop-a-doop-a-doop. Like that. There we go. Okay. Because what we're going to have is the mine train is going to turn in from there. We'll make our mine train coaster if I didn't say that already. So the custom ride will start off with the turn, and then it's going to go to a block break and a station. Like so. 7 cars per train, that will be just fine. And then we'll go on our lift hill. And we can even make it look like it never even happened. Alright. So this is going to go up. Can I have it go in there? Oh, yeah. It's not what I want to have, but I think it's cool to have these two rides just kind of randomly interact for no real good reason. Let me come out like that. No, I just don't have the money. Okay. A little time will fix that problem for us as our log flume continues to rake in cash. Come on. There we go. It may not make it up to that spot there. We may have to throw just a small lift hill there just as an assist in case we need it, and then we can drop this bad boy. Alright, photo section, I'll have you pop back up. And I don't really know, I don't have a plan for this one. I'm going to take out a little loan just so we can get on with it. I don't really have super big plans on what I want to build or how I want to build it. Just kind of doing some dipsy-doos and some random stuff just to see if we can, what we can get to look cool. 3D Cinema doesn't have a footpath coming from its exit. Oh, I'm sorry. I think they can figure it out, but there we go. There we go. Need to see through the vegetation. Alright, now we can... There we go. All right, we have that. We'll have it go straight a little bit and then go into a brake run, I think. Little brake action. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to run 3 trains on this if I can get away with it. I know I have more, but I think 3 trains will be fine. Let's test. Speed that lift hill up. I want to close that down again just because we know that if you change the lift hill speed, it's apparently a brand new ride and they can't be trusted. Oh, we got theming. Look at us. We used up. All of our thrill rides have been used up. What else did we get here? Oh, my least favorite thrill ride. Alright, so that lift hill there was definitely needed, but it's fun little beginnings of the coaster. Here we go. Oh, this thing's going to absolutely haul at the end of this thing. I love it. Three trains is very wishful thinking on this one, but that's okay. What do we have as our rating? It's 1 minute 8 seconds and high excitement, beautiful. So 68 divided by 3. We're gonna round to 23. So maximum is 22. Minimum, let's go with 18. Mine train coaster, sure. $5. We know that already. Let's get that built onto that. And we're gonna get a decently large queue set up here. And we can open that up now. Okay. We can pay back almost all of our loan. And we're the safest park in the country. Yeah, we are. Alright, I'll continue the general theme of what we've done here. Where all of the ground that has come up has been clad in wood. So we have that part of that done. Now I think we can go in and provide more trees and foliage and really make this thing feel like you're flying around a mountaintop of some type. Love that we are trying to get this rugged mountaintop feeling ride, and then we have perfectly mowed grass with straight lines. Cracks me up. Alright, let's see what else can we pepper in here. And it's just like Parkitect, every so often you just need to rotate and you find all these new spots that you couldn't see from the other view. See what else we're gonna put in. There we go. Okay, what did that do for the excitement of this ride? Pushed it up in the 6 area. I think I was there earlier, but not quite as high. The reverser one is more exciting than the mine train. That's wild. What are people thinking? What are their thoughts on this? Can't afford it. Oops. So we're gonna have to take out advertising campaign for a mine train. Do it for 12 weeks, $2,400, which we should be able to afford in just a moment. Oh no, we had money go down. There we go. And we were already, our trend was already upward because people come in for new coasters in this game like crazy. If you open a new coaster, you basically have more people instantly available to you. I really love hiring lots of people. The best improvement that OpenRCT has made is not having to physically place all the people in. That's just awesome. Alright, so we got that. Eventually we could probably build this path over here and back around just so there's another loop in there, and then build another ride off of that, but I'm hoping that we don't have to worry about that. We got a Steel Wild Mouse, which is, again, a great ride. Not going to do anything with it in this one. We don't have the land. We definitely don't have the flat land. And most of the space that we used up here is... we've used most of the space up, I think, in ways that work for this ride. How are they getting sick on this? What are people thinking? Mine Train Coaster was great. Yeah, it was. And they've already sold a lot of on-ride photos. So finance-wise, we're back to 0. Let's take a look at our ride income again. I like to look at that stuff every so often. So Log Flume's still king, but Mine Train Coaster, if we can get that thing maxed out, it's going to absolutely destroy it. But we'll probably finish this scenario before we ever get this line to be full, would be my guess. Got another 40 or so people to go. And I would bet this one is up. Yeah, it's up at 16,000 so far. And we're still having trouble making ends meet here. So we're going to throw on an advertising campaign for the park itself. Let's give them free rides on what doesn't have a big line. Alright, let's go with the Ghost Train. This park actually has a lot of rides for a little tiny park. Now we need more money. Okay, we'll wait for the 600 to come in. Unfortunately, one of our income machines is out of business right now, but that's okay. And let's fast forward again a little bit. I want to get done this one at this point. I don't want to build more stuff. I want to just get done. We got a looping coaster though. That's always fun. Don't have a lot of space for it, but could put something like that in somewhere along here. Probably, what do we own? We don't own any of this, but we can very easily own this area. And we could put a shuttle loop in there. And potentially call it a day at that point. I'm going to stop saying that it's over at that point because we've very clearly proven that we have not been over for some of these for quite a while. Alright, so let's go in here, get a steel coaster. Doop. Right there is where I want it to be, I think. One, two, three, four. Oh, can we not build? Do we not have land done? Okay, I built off one by one spot. My bad. Alright, let me get back. Let me just put that there. Alright, let's go back here and figure this out. So we go loop left. Once we can afford it. $480 for a loop, it sounds like a steal, but I don't know, I can't really tell if it's gonna still off by one or not. No, it didn't. Okay, good. I want to take out a loan for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's coming back. One, two, three, four. We'll get our entrance and exits built in here. Alright. Change it into shuttle loop mode. test that out, and then we can get our ride stuff built up here. Okay, that looks fine. There we go. We're still going to finish up this real fast. There we go. There we go. All right. So, we built a lot in that little park. We didn't keep my exact ratio here of 1, 2, 3. What do we got? That's 3 there. 4, 5 roller coasters. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roller coasters. Okay, and probably 10 flat rides. So yeah, not a bad ratio there. This is our big money maker at this point was 16,000, but nothing too crazy, and we should be good to go with everything else. But folks, thanks for joining me for another episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.